3 Gothic perfumes for those dark winter nights. Well, I suppose all of these can be worn whenever you want. There are really no restrictions to when you can wear your fragrances, but these are 3 Gothic perfumes that I personally adore, and I think they all fall within the Gothic aesthetic, which I will tell you about in just a little bit. But in today's Cephalabon contributor video, in today's co-curated list between myself and Michelin Camin from Cephalabon, I'm going to be talking to you about these 3 Gothic perfumes that I think you ought to try. Perhaps you can even add one of these to your collection. And there's also going to be a very special giveaway attached to this video. But before I dive into the video and I give you the specifics on the giveaway and how to enter, I do want to say that if you're a fan of perfume-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me, and it helps in this channel's discovery tremendously. So thank you so much for that. Now, of course, if you want to participate in this video courtesy of Cephalabon, I do want to mention, if you follow the first link down below in the description box and you become a registered reader on cephalabon.com, the only thing that you have to do is just drop a thoughtful comment on the article. It's a very simple process. It's very easy to enter. So many people have won so many incredible giveaways in the past, and I'm looking forward to you winning this giveaway as well. So what is Gothic, right? We think of Gothic, sometimes there's this conflation that happens between Gothic and horror, or Gothic and spooky, Gothic and scary. And I suppose they're all kind of interrelated, but when we really look at the origins of Gothic, we think about the architecture, we think about the cathedrals, we think about the literary genre, we think about iconic authors like Edgar Allan Poe, who have set a precedence for the Gothic genre with The Raven and The Cask of Amontillado and all of these other incredible poems and short stories alike. And all of these, for whatever reason, and of course it's hard to make that synesthetic overlap between literature and scent, but we have to use our imagination. These are 3 phenomenal Gothic perfumes that I would recommend in today's co-curated list. And I suppose I want to start with the first one, which is a perfume that I purchased many years ago when I initially discovered it, and I fell in love with this fragrance. It is dark, it's Gothic, it's spooky, and there's nothing sweet about this, although it is a little bit ambery. And this one has booze, there's pepper, there's a bit of a floral heart, but it definitely has this dark vetiver dry down. And the fragrance is none other than Dark Lord by Kilian Paris. I'm going to be honest with you, this one is perhaps a little masculine leaning, although I can imagine a very confident woman wearing this fragrance too. It's a bit peppery and spicy in the opening, and that vetiver dry down is also quite earthy and dark. I love this fragrance. It's not going to be for everybody, and I don't think it's going to be everybody's cup of tea, proverbially speaking. If you're into some of the sweeter offerings, like Love Don't Be Shy, you may not like this one. If you're into some of the more floral offerings like, Moonlight in Heaven, you also might not like this one. Good Girl Gone Bad being another one. But please check this out if you're looking for one of the darker expressions, perhaps the darkest expression from this brand. I think Dark Lord is incredible. Of course, there's also Black Phantom. That one also has a bit of like a boozy, chocolatey vibe. So because of the sweetness, I chose this one over the other Kilian. And I think there's so many phenomenal fragrances from this brand, but if we're talking Gothic, Dark Lord probably has to be at the top of that list. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is a perfume that I fell in love with many, many years ago. It is one of the first fragrances that I ever purchased from this brand. And of course, this is a Tom Ford, right? When you think of Gothic, you think of dark, you think of dark, you think of noir. And it's none other than Noir de Noir. This is Rose and Patchouli. Now, of course, this one almost has a bit of a romantic vibe to it as well. I also recommend this as a phenomenal Valentine's Day scent, right? And I suppose there's also a bit of that romance found within the Gothic genre, and I'm thinking of movies like Nosferatu, for example. But this one is a beautiful, Gothic perfume, especially if you're looking for something that veers a little bit into the romantic side of things. Noir de Noir is absolutely beautiful. Love this one, and I have been enjoying this one for so many years now. And it's one that I think has kind of fallen off of people's radar, especially with a lot of new generations coming into the fragrance reviewing scene, and everybody seems to be talking about Jean Paul Gaultier and Louis Vuitton, and this is one that people have kind of forgotten about. Well, not me. I love this one. I also love the likes of Tobacco Vanille and Oud Wood and Tuscan Leather, and these were kind of my introductions into the Tom Ford private blends because they were some of the first to be released within this collection. But this is one that I truly love and I will never fall out of love with. Noir de Noir by Tom Ford is absolutely beautiful. And I want to conclude by talking about the perfume in the #1 spot. This one has, I think, tuberose, and there's also a truffle ingredient. There's amber. There are, believe it or not, some animalic notes as well. And this one is creatively directed, and the owner of this brand is actually a friend of mine in the industry and somebody that I've known for many, many years ago. This is an award-winning brand, and the truffle note is done so beautifully in here. The fragrance is actually housed in a new presentation now, which I love the old presentation as well, but this new one really, really stands out for me. And by Parfum Cortana, this is called Wolfsbane. And with a name like this, I mean, this is as Gothic as it gets. There's another one I think called Bloodflower, which I also could have put in this list. It is floral, it's a bit metallic, and it also has a bit of a rosy vibe to it as well, which could have been a bit of an overlap with Noir de Noir, but Wolfsbane is a beautiful fragrance. It has the truffle, it has the florals, it's elegant, it's mysterious at the same time, but Gothic all the way through. And this is a beautiful brand. I mean, 8 to 10 hours longevity, such an iconic smell. And there's a reason why this is an award-winning brand, because they have produced some incredible fragrances. And there's so many from this brand that I really enjoy, which reminds me, I have to spend more time talking about this brand in the future. So listen, I love this one. 3 Gothic perfumes that I couldn't recommend enough. And I would also encourage you to please participate in the giveaway. The only thing you have to do is just follow the first link down below in the description box. It's a link to seflaban.com. Drop a thoughtful comment on the article. It's a very simple process, and I hope you can win. That's it. It's a very simple topic, very simple video. Of course, with Halloween, which recently came and went. I can't believe we're already in the tail end of 2025. I feel like this year just flew by. I felt like this would be an apropos time to make a video covering this topic. 3 incredible fragrances. I could have spoken about many, many more, but I wanted to simplify it for my audience here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart. And once again, I want to conclude by saying that if you took anything of value from today's episode, if you took anything of value from my description on any of these fragrances, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and also giving this video a thumbs up. And also drop a comment down below in this video and let me know which of these fragrances are you the most interested in trying, or which one of these would most cater to your personal taste or your personality. I would love to hear from you. And once again, I really value the time that we spend together. I really appreciate all of the interaction on this channel and on this video. And I just want to say that your time really means a lot to me. It's very valuable to me. And I also do take the time to read through every single comment that is left on all of my videos. And I appreciate you all very much from the bottom of my heart. Dark Lord, very dark, peppery, a little spicy, boozy, earthy, vetiver. We have rose and patchouli and Noir de Noir, almost leaning in a bit of that chocolatey direction, but not too much. It is not a gourmand by any stretch of the imagination. And then, of course, the florals and the truffle that is found in Wolfsbane with that touch of an animalic dry down is really, really beautiful, so iconic, and always been one of my favorites. Like I said, I own 2 bottles of this now, the older presentation and the newer presentation, and something something tells me that I want to acquire more from the new presentation because I think it's absolutely beautiful. The box, the bottle, everything about it, and even the iconic blue color, almost looking like those antique bottles, the decanter bottles, or that blue hue is just beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for your time. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.